Um, this might be this is my last one from France, and this is probably my last crossword video for a while. I have dispensed with the countdown because I dumped these onto YouTube, and then of course, if anybody watches it, the first 4 minutes of the video is them watching countdowns, which I'm very incredibly pleased with, mastering the technology of a countdown. But it's not great, really, is it? So anyway, today's been a nightmare. Biblical kind of rain, rivers flowing through the property. I'm trying to pack up to go home, and I'm unclogging drains, and I'm clearing gutters, and they're refilling as quickly as I can empty them. Meanwhile, what I thought was quite a tricky Jersey Evening Post crossword, cryptic crossword. So anyway, I did get there in the end. I think we'll find out. Where should we start? 6 across, I think, is where we start. It sounds unsuitable for a quick drink. So I'm immediately thinking slow, and then slow gin because it's 4-3. Sloe, SLOE, gin. Sloes grow on blackthorn or hawthorn, of which there is much here. But I don't think I have the patience for making sloe gin. You have to leave it for a long time. I'd rather just drink the gin. Deferment of French song. Okay, so of in French is de. Deferment would be a delay, but I don't quite know how lay and song interact. I don't know. I haven't Googled it, but no doubt lay is some kind of song term. Maybe somebody will let me know. Let's try some downs. Stays out of form. Okay, so it's 1 down and 8 down. So I didn't get this immediately. I think I got another couple of letters. I think I got 9 across first. There's a grain in every ear, and that's rye. That's a kind of grain like wheat or barley, and it's the end of every and the beginning of ear, so it's in every ear, RYE. And then I thought that 1 down was play, and it stays out of form, so you're not going to school. Oh, sorry, plays, stays out of form, so you plays truant, meaning not going into school. 2 down. Oh, is part of it's interestingly, it's part of a 6-letter single word that's spread over 2 3-letter spaces. I've not seen that before. As a tactic, I've seen obviously phrases broken up over different sections, but not a single 6-letter word spread over 2 3-letter boxes. So interesting. Draw William's attention to theatre advertisement. Well, I'm assuming William. I'm assuming is Bill, and a theatre of advertisement is a. Well, originally I wrote playbill, but I think in fact it is show bill. Draw William's attention to is show, but I wrote playbill in to start with, which made life very difficult. What's 10 across? Provides means of providing a light landing. Well, I saw LAR and I immediately thought flare, obviously, which produces light, and then you'd have a row of them is a path, a flare path, in order to illuminate a landing strip. Now I've got some letters in 4 down. To sprinkle water around the hydro is more satisfactory. I wasn't very happy with this word hydro. More satisfactory is better. So I put a BE at the beginning here, and then I put a TTER there, and came up with bispata. And I guess the hydro is a spa. Is a hydro a spa? I've never heard that. But I'm learning, aren't I? A street encroaching into unspoilt farmland. Well, street is going to be ST, so there's a T there already, so I chuck the S in there. And so it's A street, AST, so we're looking for something unspoiled to put around it. And pure is unspoiled. And of course you end up with pasture, which is farmland. All very pleasing. 12 across. Teachers, after a job, are men of letters. So I originally wrote task masters because, well, apart from anything else, I'm a big fan of Taskmaster. I used to be a schoolmaster. But I realised that Taskmaster doesn't really quite work with the clue. And letters is men of letters could be academics, but it could also be people who work in the post office, making them in fact postmasters. 13 down. Part of a capital place for worship. Well, a place for worship is a temple, and so I put in temple. And I'm not sure I understand the rest of that clue. Perhaps somebody in the comments will help me out with that. Part of a capital place for worship, temple. Oh, there was a ping. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But I'm sure temple is right. It fits with other things. In the business, one restricts weaknesses. Well, so in the business is infirm. One restricts weaknesses, so it's infirmities. Infirm. One. Okay, so yes, I remember. In firm, business, one is I, restricts is ties, and then weaknesses is the definitional clue. So that's quite a complicated charade with lots of bits. In the business, infirm, I, ties, weaknesses. What's 11 down? It's played by one. Stone placed in a ring. So I did get this eventually. I spent a while thinking about games with stones, and then I realised it's played by one is solitaire. You know, it's played by one. I kept trying to put ones and I's into things, but I think the rest of it is just a fairly straightforward. It's a double definition. It's played by one. Stone placed in a ring. It's a circular game of stones, isn't it? Which I've never been able to do. Aimed to show where the campers are. Oh, this one made me smile. Aims to show where the campers are is in tents. One's intents are one's aims, and the campers are in tents. Of course they are. 17 across. Recipient of honour still made mistake. Struggled with this for a while until I realised, that exclamation made me think that it was a single clue. But then I thought, if we look at still and made, that's 9 letters, and mistake could indicate an anagram, and I came up with medalist as an anagram of still made. 21 across. Account by Southern politician. Southern is going to be S. Politician, if you're in the UK, Conservative Party politicians are known as Tories. And you end up with Story, which sounds like an excellent Jersey name. 22 across. Was still in the air. Yeah. Okay. Well, I had some more crossed letters when I got the answer, so I'll just try and remember what I did here. Leave about the end of June for some peace. So the end of June is E. So we're looking for something that means peace with an E in it. And I came up with quiet. And of course, that is quit, leave, about the end of June, about an E to make quiet. So that's all right. Got that. This is fine. Tax should be paid now is due. Your taxes are your dues. Some things are duty free. And then, so I thought this was something to do with hovering. Hovered was still, hovered, so sort of stationary, but floating. And then the crew noticed around before noon. Before noon is AM. So it's something around AM, and it's the word seen, meaning noticed, SEEN, around AM. Initially, I thought it was going to be airmen, because I was pretty confident that this was men. Ooh, or med, even. Oh, for goodness sake. Pay attention. There we go. But it's sea men. And there we go. Oh, it's put me second. I've rattled through that far too quickly. I don't deserve second place because it's taken me all day. I mean, I've been busy, so I haven't really sat at it for long. But I got there. And this is probably the latest that I've recorded one of these. Shall we see how the rest of the world has got on with it? It's quite a short leaderboard. Yeah, I think everyone would have found it difficult. Binky's in there, Baz is in there, Mr. Koala, Dee, Ali, Andy, Dav, and Trish. Lots of the usual suspects. I love the fact that Trish has honestly taken 2 hours and 21 minutes. And I'm sure that is how long it took me, at least, if you'd added all the little chunks of time I spent on it together. Anyway, that was fun. I'm travelling tomorrow. I don't know whether I will remember to print this out before I go, or I may have to do it for real on my phone, where you can't write it all out in advance and then type it all in super quickly. And who knows when I will next do one of these, but it's been fun. Take care, all of you. Be good. Bye.